Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Golden Ratio Podcast. You not ready there?
I'm ready. I'm catching up.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Golden Ratio Podcast. I am Jen, GR Mom, joined as always by GR Dad.
Hi.
How's it going, GR Dad?
Good.
Excellent, excellent. The cocktail of the week this week is called Fun in the Bushes.
I'm not touching any of that. That sounds great. Sounds great. That's right. Great.
It is 1 ounce of coconut rum, 1 ounce of vodka, half an ounce of blue curacao, and an ounce of lime juice. So kind of like a daiquiri, but resortified.
Colorful. Why is it called Fun in the Bushes?
You know what? Because you drink a few of those and you're going to be like, hey, baby, let's go have some fun in the bushes. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. It's time for Administrative Corner.
It is time for it. I can't wait. I love Administrative Corner.
All right. I got 2 items. Oh, yeah. You got the little button out.
I found the sound machine.
The first was sent by a friend of the squad, David. So we're going to retitle Administrative Corner. Like, we can keep it Administrative Corner for short.
Yes, please.
But it's going to be Administrative Corner in fish news.
I think that is urgent administrative news.
Yeah. So all fish news now just goes in there.
Yeah.
All right. So this was sent to us by a friend of the squad, David, and a number of other people, but he got it to us first. Quote, absolutely gross. Maggots raining on passengers force flight to make a U-turn. I promise this is fish related. Yeah. Okay. Chaos broke out on a flight after maggots began raining onto plane passengers from an overhead compartment.
Get out. I've only seen this in horror movies.
Let me try it with radio voice. The absolutely gross situation, the Delta flight forced to make... Okay, so let's try again.
I've just been notified.
Coming in from the... It's visual. I got to put my finger on my ear.
Beep, 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 beep.
The absolutely gross situation saw the Delta flight forced to make a U-turn about an hour into the 9-hour trip from Amsterdam to Detroit. Passengers reported the back of the plane was left teeming with the larvae that later emerged were emanating from a rotten fish. Oh. My family and I were in the row directly...
It was a Swede. Go ahead.
My family and I were in the row directly in front of the maggot, said one passenger, who goes by Nisha16 on the forum Reddit. I don't know if you get NPR voice if you're sorting Reddit. The lady right behind us told the flight attendants the maggots were falling on her head. I turned around and they were wiggling around on the seat. Absolutely gross. The passenger added that one of their carry-on bags was next to the disgusting one.
Yeah.
And that the suspected culprit was still seated and did not exit the plane at the end of the flight.
He was looking around going, what?
I assume there are some kind of consequences, but unclear what, they added.
This is what we eat in my culture.
Another passenger, Kelsey, described her experience in a post on X. She said that she had complained about the absolutely odd odor on board, but that the, quote, biggest disappointment was the lack of attention from the flight attendants. They were all sitting around in the crew area laughing and talking when we had been on the plane for close to 3 hours with not even water offered.
They're like, we eat rotten fish all the time. Settle down, everyone.
The 28-year-old passenger was put on an alternative flight, but described the process as a disaster after she was stuck in Atlanta waiting to get home. Delta, described as the leader in domestic and international travel on its website, confirmed rotten fish and maggots were in the bag and apologized to the passengers.
Wait, how's this Delta's fault?
We apologize to the customers of Flight 133, Amsterdam to Detroit, as their trip was interrupted due to an improperly packed carry-on bag. The aircraft returned to the gate and passengers were placed on the next available flight.
Oh, my God. You know that laundry list of things you're not allowed to put in your carry-on? They're going to add rotten fish now.
Maybe you could take the rotten fish if there's not maggots in it.
No, the smell.
Maggots.
The smell.
Maggots are not allowed.
How about extremely smelly things you're not supposed to take either? There was an odd odor in the plane. Are we going to hear more about this? Why did someone put the freaking maggot fish in their
We don't know.
carry-on?
It was maybe the maggots were a pet and the fish was a snack.
That was biologically disgusting what you just did. I don't like these mysteries. Why is someone Why did someone pack a rotten fish warm in their luggage?
Good question.
Is this one of those like, I'm thinking one of those weird foods where you like bury a dead shark for 6 weeks and then
They don't get maggots, though.
the whole. It would be disturbing, very disturbing to have
Extremely.
live wriggly things falling on you during a flight when you're already jammed in there and you lack all dignity or control.
No.
I'd be pissed and freaking out.
This is why I fly business class.
If they're big enough maggots, they can work their way up there.
Just crawl up the aisle.
The whole army of maggots going, we want first class, we want first class.
I don't blame you guys. All right. Friend of the squad, Eva T, I think you pronounce it Eva, IVA, sent us this one. Said, I bet 1 million people have sent it, but she's the only one. Berlin Zoo is mourning Ingo the flamingo,
Oh no, Ingo.
who died and was believed to be at least 75. 75-year-old flamingo named Ingo.
Well,
I've tried to come up with
Ingo
this.
because of the rhyme. I'm sure his name was actually Adalbert, but they're like, that doesn't Adalbert. How about Flamingo? How about Ingo the flamingo?
I've tried to make a song for Ingo like I have for all the dogs. But the problem is Ingo does not rhyme with very much, and I have worked on flamingo,
It's almost like orange.
dingo, gringo,
Bingo.
bingo,
Ringo.
but I've never come up with a good song.
Ringo is my favorite drummer.
Yeah.
But it does get a little monotonous.
Anyway, poor Ingo the flamingo died. He was at least 75 years old. He's been in the zoo since the 1950s.
Shows you how old-fashioned my name is.
No kidding.
Some
His
ancient
place of
flamingo.
origin is unclear.
He's never divulged it.
The zoo set a ring on the bird's leg with the inscription Cairo 23.6.1948 showed that he was ringed at a young age and was at least 75.
And from Egypt, maybe?
Oh, it could be.
Guys, it's okay to draw that conclusion.
The title of the oldest animal at the zoo passed to Fatau, a gorilla whose age the zoo puts at 66.
That's what sound it makes when the gorilla punches someone in the face.
Fatau.
Fatau.
Ingo had lived at the zoo in what was then West Berlin since the summer of 1955 when he arrived from the Tierpark Zoo in the divided city's communist east. The
Yeah.
inscription was discovered only a few years ago. Nobody was like, fuck, for like 50 years he's had this like little ring on his leg. Should we read what's on it? No, I don't bother looking at it. A couple years ago, somebody's like, you know what, I'm going to read what's on the ring. And they're like, why would you do that? And they're
Does
like,
seem
oh,
a little neglectful.
Cairo, 1948. Huh, I wonder where he came from. It's a mystery.
I know.
Ingo had limped a little recently and sometimes appeared to need a rest from his fellow flamingos, much like you, Ingo.
Yeah. Much like Vink and Feta.
The average lifespan of a flamingo in the wild is 30, so he was quite an aged flamingo.
I'm sure he just like bought that bracelet at some market. I mean, he may not be from 1948. He just like, ooh, an antique.
So, all right, that's Ingo the flamingo.
X Flamingo.
Ingo the dead flamingo.
R.I.P. Ingo.
R.I.P. Ingo the flamingo.
Yeah.
In other news, we got a package today. So Makeship, which is the company that makes the plushies that we have for the squad, they emailed a few weeks ago and they're like, "Hey, you have a prize. We have your address?" And I was
You
like,
won a major award.
I'm like, what is the prize that I get from you guys who make our plushies? And so I had totally forgotten, but they had like an online voting contest for the most popular designs at the end of the year, and Plushie Vodes won like fan choice for the best pet plushie.
Man, you know how there's Swifties and there's like, the Kansas Nation or whatever, KC Nation.
Yeah.
There's like the Voods Army too. We should be able to use them for something for good
like deploy them.
social
Yeah.
change. Yeah. Or war, but we'll start with little social change first. Let's work within the system.
So anyway, they sent us this box today. They gave us like a custom dog collar that had like GR on it for Golden Ratio, but like this like legit corporate glass award, like
Wow.
etched,
Yeah, like one of those
like the Golden Ratio fan choice.
So good. Maybe we should post a picture tomorrow and thank the Voods Army for making this
Oh,
possible.
Foods Army, I like it.
Because that's how it was online voting, right?
Yes, online voting.
Yeah, excellent. Vote early, vote often.
I mean, they did, obviously.
Well, this is the win. This is the win. We should thank everyone. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. You made Vood win. Vood! Vood's got an award.
Plushy Voods. An example to all plushies.
All right, we'll post one tomorrow. Plushy Voods with his award.
Voods is just amazingly influential.
He is an influencer.
I tip my hat to Ghost Voods and Voods and
Here.
the memory of Voods.
My drink is warm, so you can finish it. I don't want it.
That's great. Did you also backwash into it?
No, I never do.
It's so appealing. Here, it's warm, slushy drink.
I'm going to dump this drink
Slurpee.
out. I don't want it anymore because it's warm.
I know you're just sitting on the couch. You're not even near a
I'm
sink.
going to go get up and dump it out. No, just pass it back to me. I'll go dump it out.
I called my bluff.
Yep.
Called
sure did.
my bluff. This button is too easy to push. This is a big red button, and you're just like, click. Okay,
go like,
I'm not going to
drink this drink. I'm just going to dump it out. And he
You
goes like,
just-
give it to me.
Just babble on and go. I know how to get you. I'll just click this button. Same with food you want to throw away. I'm like, oh, I just want to eat it.
Yeah, that I do throw
Except
away.
if
though.
it's full of maggots and, nasty
That's never
fish.
happened. So,
Thank goodness.
all right, it's time for dog updates. So our friend Judy and family are down here for the month of February. She is basically like my family at this point. She's more than friend. She's
Mhm.
family
Yep,
member.
totally.
I'm just thrilled. I spent a bunch of time with her yesterday, and I am just so happy and feel so much better. It's so nice having her around. And so they've been down here since the beginning of the month, but I don't need to give all their personal details. Basically, she's here by herself for a few days. And so she came over on Tuesday.
So were you.
And I also was, because Inga was up in Maryland.
Yep.
So she came over, and I made us dinner, and, it was just her and me and the dogs. And
One thing led to another.
one thing led to another, and she's like, could I bring one of the dogs home tonight? Because I'm, like, all by myself. And I was like, sure. She's like, which one should I take? And I was like, you should take Guac. He doesn't need medicine.
Yeah, just
Please.
by process of elimination.
Yeah, like Vink and Brody can't really do stairs, and they don't have an elevator. Remy needs insulin. Fetta's cray. Guac, pretty low maintenance. I'm like, I'll send Guac and his shark, and I'll send you breakfast for him in the morning, and then I'll come get him.
Yep.
Because Wednesday I had to take Vink up to chemo, which we'll talk about. So I was like, I will pick Guac up on the way home from chemo, and so Guac went and spent the night there and had a great time. And it was getting like only dog treatment. She took him for walkies. She gave him snacks. He
Guac
slept
is
in the
such
bed.
a good boy.
And then I'm driving back from chemo with Vink on Wednesday, and she's like, I would like to request that I please be able to keep Guac until Friday, because like they've got a bunch of people coming in to visit on Friday. So she took him on Tuesday, and I was gonna go get him on Wednesday, like afternoon.
That's weird. Guac sent me a text to the same effect.
She's like, could I please have him
Can
till
I
Friday?
stay with this lady?
And I was like, sure. So yesterday, I brought Vink home from chemo, and then I went over because I had to bring Guac food because I had only sent him with breakfast. So I, brought food, hung out there for a while, came home, and then she texted me. She's like, do you want to go get dinner? And I was like, sure. I already ate dinner, but I will come and hang out with you. So she's like, here, I'm going to go to this restaurant. So I show up at the restaurant, and there's outdoor seating, but she's not out there with Guac. And I go in the front, and she's sitting inside with Guac. Guac, there. I guess she went in, and she's like, is it okay if I bring in Guac? And they're like, yeah. So they're just like at a table, her and Guac.
Well, he's not sitting on a chair.
No. He's sitting on the floor.
Although he might. He's a very handsome man.
There's like a family. There was hardly anybody in there. There's a family at another table, and like the kids are like bringing him French fries.
It's like amazing. It's like a movie scene or something. He's the movie star.
And he was perfect. They're like sitting. He like sits perfect, and then they're just like French fry. Three kids. French fry, French fry, French fry, French fry, French fry, French fry. And then she's like, well, I ordered French fries for him too. So he's like getting her French fries. And then she's got
Dude's in heaven.
oh my God, he's having such a good time. He sleeps in the bed with her.
He's like, single dog life is the best.
I texted her this morning, like middle of the morning, and I was like, we need proof of life on Guac. And she's like, oh, we're sleeping, and they're still in bed. He's got his little shark in the bed.
Oh, I mean, it's just sounds like it's a great little spa time for him.
Yeah.
Spa time with French fries, because he's not getting his leg chomped. He's not getting anything taken away.
Yep.
Nobody's tugging on him. Nobody's aggravating him. He just gets to do what he wants. He's getting tons of walking. He's allowed to. He's going swimming in the
Yeah,
ocean.
she took him in like at sunset. Took him for a little
They have a
swim.
pool. We
Yeah.
can't even compete with this stuff.
No, he's like, don't take me home.
He's not coming back.
No.
We're gonna try to pick him up. He's gonna go run and hide.
I mean, the only way we're getting him back is that they've got like 10 people coming in to visit this weekend, and there's
I
not room
don't
for
think Guac cares.
Go Guac doesn't.
Guac will be hiding. If we don't have a trail of French fries to the car, he's not there. He's not gonna be interested.
Well, so there you go. We lent out Guac.
I do miss him. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a good boy. I miss him too. But he's doing a good service. She's very happy having him. He's having a great time. So it's all pretty good.
Yeah, and he's getting socialized in restaurants. I would not have had the guts to take him inside in a restaurant.
He was so good.
I would have been worried that he's going around grazing at other tables. Like, you gonna eat that? Hey, you gonna eat that?
On the way out, he was stopping at every table and like trying to find
was he?
crumbs on the floor. Yeah, but he was well behaved.
He wasn't
fine.
sticking his head on people's plates or anything like the way he does here, where he goes. "Noop."
He did rest his head, his chin on the table that we were sitting at.
As long as it's your table, that's okay. As long as he's not trying to do it with everyone.
Yeah.
Good job, Guac.
So there you go. Guac's having a vacation.
Yeah.
Vink had chemo on Wednesday.
Yeah. IV chemo.
Yeah. Feta came along and hung out at the dog park while Vink was getting infused.
Did you see any lizards?
None at the dog park itself. We saw a couple on the walk over. To the dog park.
On the walk by the canal there.
So Vink is doing good. Did you just boo Vink doing good?
On accident, I just pushed the wrong button.
Maybe you shouldn't have that thing.
Maybe I should take it more seriously.
So this was the final treatment of round 2 of chemo. So there's 4 rounds, so we're half done. And we're basically going to be moving to every other week for the last 2 rounds instead of every week.
So this is going to go till late
4
spring.
more months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she has 8 more treatments. So one of them we're going to do back to back, but basically the rest will be every other week to give her system a little rest. She does not feel great today. Like, it's not terrible. It's nothing worrying, but she's like kind of lethargic and feels a little gross.
And the doctor anticipated that this one would be hard on her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Poor Vink.
I know, but she's doing okay. And her blood work all looked good when we were up there yesterday. So
still all fought back against. It's all beaten down, that cancer.
Yeah, still in remission.
Well,
other than that, everybody's fine. Feda's a little chubby. Feda's a lot chubby. Can't feel that dog's ribs
depends
anymore.
on how she's, if she's wet, she's skinnier. And she,
no, chubby.
She's a puppy. It's called puppy fat.
She didn't have it before, and now she has it, so that's something
it's called
different.
baby fat. Anyway.
So we're cutting back her rations a little bit.
We are.
Yeah.
We are. But she's basically still good. She's just misses her big brother.
She idolizes Guac.
Misses the ball throwing and watching him do whatever he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
She does idolize him. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it for dog updates. Everybody else is fine.
Brody's turning red for some reason.
He's like kind of pink colored now. Maybe it's like flamingos where because there's like shrimp in the water or something.
I like it. He's his diet is turning his fur pink. Yeah. It is going pink though.
It definitely is going pink.
And around his bottom of him. Yeah. And it's not, I've shampooed him. It's not because he's dirty. He's just turning pink.
No, he's just pink now.
What are you going to
do? Okay. That's it for dog updates.
Yeah.
Do you have anything for ramblings?
Wait, ramblings now.
Yeah.
That's different than Ingo Corner. That's when I usually ramble. Oh.
All right.
Happy Valentine's Day for ramblings.
Okay.
There you go.
Good.
I know we're a day late and I'm a buck short.
Well, we weren't here. You weren't here for Valentine's Day.
We weren't together. It was sad.
It was fine.
We're not huge Valentine's Days.
No,
people, we don't usually plan a romantic dinner or anything.
That's weird.
It's not weird. Some people make a
big
bigger deal out of that than their anniversary. We do anniversary stuff sometimes.
Yeah, that's fine. Nothing much has happened in the Keys. I do have one taste of the Keys story. Wanted man arrested by sheriff's office.
Good.
A 35-year-old Mukwanago, Wisconsin. I don't know where that is.
I would have guessed that was Wisconsin.
Yeah, Mukwanago, Wisconsin man wanted by federal authorities for kidnapping a 13-year-old girl in South Carolina was arrested by the Monroe County Sheriff's Office in a Key Largo parking lot on Tuesday.
Good.
The Sheriff's Office received information that Tyler may be en route to Monroe County. He and the juvenile were located in a Dodge Ram pickup truck in the Pink Plaza Shopping Center parking lot at 3:24 a.m.
3:24 a.m.?
Yeah.
Nothing good happens after midnight, guys.
Yep. Florida Department of Children and Families was notified. The FBI is the primary investigative agency because it's a kidnapping case, so they get primary jurisdiction.
Oh, cross state lines, yes.
Yeah.
The bureau's involved.
He kidnapped a 13-year-old.
What
Holy
an
fuck.
asshole. You think she thinks he's his girlfriend? She's his girlfriend? You think it's
I
that
think
kind
he
of thing?
thinks that. Yeah, I bet he does.
Maybe she did too.
I don't know.
This is very bad.
So there you go. That's Taste of the Keys. What's the German word of the week?
Is Anstandsstück.
What's that mean?
Stück is peace, and Anstand is like propriety or properness. Like Anstand is
yes.
like kind of
Courtesy?
like courtesy, manners, like manners.
Yeah.
Anständig, because the opposite unanständig is dirty
Oh.
and inappropriate.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Anstandsstück is what you call the last piece of cake. You leave a little piece of cake on the table because no one wants to eat the last piece. So everyone's being very, like, proper and appropriate and not eating the last piece.
Ah.
Yeah. Anstandsstück.
That is the thing that happens in this house a lot from you. I'm just like, I'm going to eat that
I used to
thing
eat half.
You still do that all the time.
Ugh.
We'll go out and we'll get like potatoes, and I'll take half the potatoes, and then Ingo will take like half of the half that's left, and then he'll take half of that half, and then he'll take half of that. And there's like one potato
I
left,
know.
and Ingo's like cutting the little
feel
like
bad.
1-inch cube in half.
Here's my nightmare scenario. I eat it. You offer it to me. I eat it, and then you go, I wanted that, and I have already swallowed it. I cannot give it back to you.
So what actually happens though, which like may be worse, is like I will sometimes like if we're sharing plates, I'll like kind of divide it in half. Like there's your half and there's my half. Not because like I'm protective of my half, but because I will eat too much if I don't divide it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is my half. Like this is helping me control my portion size. And then Ingo, like there's a plate in the middle of the table. There is a line
You've made a line
that goes between me and Ingo
literally
on the plate.
drawn a line in the
Your side, which is
food.
on his side of the table, my side and my side of the table, and Ingo will be like, great, I'm really hungry. And he'll take his fork and he will spear a potato on my half of the plate. He'll eat from my half.
I admit this. I don't quite understand why I do this repeatedly, but it is true.
Like my half is more attractive. And this happens when I don't draw the line also.
For some reason, I'm like, that one's the best size for me to eat right now. I'm getting that one.
Now I just laugh at it.
And I forget that it's on your side of the plate divide. It's just weird. It's very weird. I don't know.
It's like consistent behavior though.
I don't know. There's
Ingo
not
likes
enough
to eat from my
analysis
side.
in the world for me to figure this one out. Maybe it's because of my maza. I don't know.
It's time for Ingo Corner, where you say whatever you want and I don't tell you it's boring.
Oh, thanks for all the Valentine's Day cards in the
We
mailbox.
got like even the little tear up one that
I know.
I was
We
talking
got
about
like
last time.
the what is that? Middle school?
Yeah, elementary school.
Yeah, it may have continued in high school for me, where we did like fundraisers with those little Valentine's Day cards.
Yeah, we probably did them.
I think you could send a carnation to someone or a Hershey's Kiss,
We had the carnations.
and you could donate the money was donated to something like Fellowship of Christian Athletes,
Oh God.
FCA.
Yeah.
For some reason, we didn't have a 4-H club, even though we were in Ohio. Disappointing.
Well,
We were real close to Amish country. We could have had bunnies, goats.
pigs.
I like goats. Pigs. Yeah, we could have had pigs. We did not. Lame. Anyway, thanks for all the cards and for everything. And Voods Nation, keep going strong.
Woods Nation. Okay.
All right.
I think that's it.
I mean, that's all I got,
Good. That's it for me too.
I think.
Podcast is going to return to wonky schedule starting next week because my travel. Oh, look at how bad that is. By the end of March, I'll be here.
We'll do what we can technologically
guys. Holy
from
cow.
being separated.
Oh,
There's a lot of red lines
Look at all-
indicating your travel.
I have red lines for travel. Look at how much this. I'm not going to be home at all for like.
All right, you know.
Look here, like one day. One day I'm home. Oh no, well, some of these are trips with you. Okay,
Still,
it's a lot.
and yet.
Look, guys, in June we'll be pretty much back to normal, probably. Maybe.
People need summertime podcasts.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna keep making them. They'll just be
Weird.
chaotic. Yeah. Bode's influence. That's
Chaotic.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks for listening. And until next time, Slava Ukraini. And don't put anyone unless they ask you to.
That's right, feta.
Bye.
Bye.